Hi there, I'm Justin Pritchard, and in this video, a look at the new Chevrolet Silverado. But first, let's roll that intro. I drove this one home just as the bad weather rolled in, and as the weatherman said I should probably keep off the roads, which I didn't because I like driving in the snow and I'm well equipped for it, which I was, which made this day like Christmas and my birthday all in one. You're looking at the Silverado High Country, the upscale Silverado for shoppers who want all of the nice stuff, including things like a 6.2-liter 420 horsepower V8 and a 10-speed automatic. And down here, these 22-inch wheels wrapped in a few $1,000s worth of quality Toyo winter tires, which are perfect if you like stopping for red lights or being able to make evasive maneuvers on snow and ice without incident. I've said it before and I'll say it again, forget traction control, four-wheel drive, or how big and heavy your truck is. If you want superior traction and safety, then it's what's happening right here that counts. As an all-new pickup, Silverado is bigger, smarter, faster, more powerful, more connected, and even safer than ever. It's also larger but lighter thanks to the use of more fancy lightweight materials. Chevrolet says they've even made a stronger bed and reinforced the tie-down points in the box, which here you access with a tailgate that's fully motorized in both directions. We built a snowman. Up on the other end, weird face, isn't it? It did grow on me, and it is distinctive and identifies this machine unmistakably even a mile away. It is a big change from the last generation Silverado, unlike the cabin. Apparently, shoppers liked the interior of the last truck so much that Chevy decided to take it easy on the restyling. The result is that this latest cabin looks like a slightly warmed over version of the last Silverado's interior, with maybe a little more attention to detail and upscale materials, but also with no shortage of switches, readouts, dials, controls, and interfaces that repeat buyers will be very familiar with. It is simple and easy to find your way around in here, and the dashboard doesn't look like a festival that's all lit up like an overdone Christmas tree, and maybe you like that. Still, if you want the most striking pickup cabin on the block, you might want to check out the latest from Dodge or Ford. There are clever touches though, like this very slick head-up display, and these storage cubbies built into the rear seats where you can hide your Coke or Pepsi. If you're an adult or even a large adult, you'll find plenty of room in all directions at every seat and a good outward view too. If you're a camera, a wallet, a pair of gloves, a set of camera guy James's sunglasses, or any other smaller item typically brought on board, there's a place for you as well. Front or rear seats, big or small people, and as much stuff as you'd like to bring on board, there's room to spare. Handy features and tech helps to sell pickups in a serious way, so this top dog Silverado had things like this wireless charging pad, which can charge your phone with no cord and was likely invented by witches. They've even managed to chill the surface of the pad to keep your phone from going thermonuclear if you use it for more than a few minutes. You can watch any part of the Silverado you like on the camera system, or bring up this camera view that shows 360 degrees of your surroundings in a single screen. If you manage to hit something, go buy a lottery ticket. The rearview mirror is also a camera feed, which works way better than a mirror, but can also just be a mirror if you think a camera feed mirror is a little too fancy. Built-in Wi-Fi and a household power outlet are great if you need to pull over and tackle some boss things, and there are these pop-out side steps that automatically appear when you open the door, which are great if you're not tall. And the automatic lights, which are fantastic, and there are even climate-controlled seats, remote start, everything you need for a comfortable, relaxing, and sort of set-it-and-forget-it drive is here in full. And the ride is excellent, and that's even on these 22-inch wheels. Silverado is mostly beautifully dialed in. Highway cruise, and it feels as big and heavy as it looks, but often rides like a luxury sedan, which is a unique experience for the driver. You'll hear the little licks and pops and thuds from the big wheels passing over rougher stuff, but from the driver's seat you feel almost none of it. Heck, even on Sudbury roads, which are mostly blown to pieces like that castle in Game of Thrones, it never felt like I was going to break something or turn one of those giant wheels into a trapezoid. So we've got an expert long-haul cruising truck with ride quality as likely its most valuable asset, and a great place to relax and unwind and socialize even in bad weather. You've got 4x4 high, low, two-wheel drive, and the goof-proof auto setting for full traction automatically with nothing further to do and no decision making. You can just turn that on and leave it on and maybe even watch this slow motion glory shot of it just killing the game when it comes to powering all four wheels from a dig. No slipping, no digging, just off you go, and that's exactly what you want. The feel at the brake pedal is more precise and confidence-inspiring than most pickups, and on good winter rubber, you're deep and hard into that pedal before the ABS comes online to help. The big 6.2 is such a handsome engine. 460 pounds of torque means that even the smallest throttle inputs glided along gently, with minimal revs and minimal need for ever downshifting. Drive gently and the engine is tastefully restrained. Push it and it's a properly meaty rumble. The big EcoBoost from Ford is quieter and more responsive more of the time, but if twin turbo isn't your thing, Silverado's V8 covers you nicely. Next generation cylinder deactivation keeps fuel bills reasonable too, as long as you're not driving it like a jacked up bro truck with an ignorant exhaust. And speaking of exhaust, while we still have pickup trucks with a proper V8 engine, I will remind you that someday when the electric trucks come, people will tell their grandkids how nice of a sound gasoline engines like this one used to make. A few other notes: the included LED headlights are excellent and demonstrate how automakers are giving you better lighting than ever. Also, if you're wondering, the deployable running boards were still working just fine after over 1,000 kilometers of snow and ice and extreme cold. But there is one other possible problem you'll likely encounter in the winter too.
Now, it might be partly thanks to these 22-inch wheels or the specific suspension setup on this particular tester, but when you hit those sort of sharper bumps or dips that give the suspension a good sudden sharp whack at higher speeds, the rear of this thing sort of starts to have a party and dances around a little bit. And if the highways are slippery, that means that you need to suddenly correct the steering to keep it pointed where you want to go, which is dangerous for some drivers and otherwise, well, it keeps you awake. Now, there's some information suggesting that this won't be a problem if you skip those giant wheels, and that's not a bad thing either given the price of these tires.
So, watch that rear end. What's my final take? Well, the driving experience and tech hit hardest with this machine as a smooth, quiet performer that's also a relaxing bad weather tourer with great manners, great traction, great lights, and a great ride. It's also just a damn nice place to relax. Provided you don't need your pickup truck's cabin to blow your pants off with its materials and interfaces and controls, you'll likely find this machine does a good job of making you feel like you're getting your money's worth, and that's well into the 70s in the case of my decked out tester. Thanks for watching.